Shalom crocheters, and welcome to my channel ZoeCrochetRE. In today's tutorial you will learn how to crochet this beautiful granny shirt. This shirt will fit a child for 4 to 5 years. But in the course of the tutorial we'll guide you step by step, perfect for absolute beginners, how to make this in various sizes. I'm making this shirt for my son for his 4th birthday, so join me and let's make this. And I'd love to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers and my returning viewers. Thank you for liking and sharing my tutorials. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel ZoeCrochetRE. And a very big thank you to all of my members. Now without further ado, get set all your materials and let's get started. And commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16 verse 3. These are the two colors I'm going to be using for my baby's dress and for my son's dress, and I'm using the Yeye yarn. It's a Nigerian brand yarn and it has 40 grams, 100% acrylic, and it's a beautiful yarn to work with. So I'm going to start by creating a slip knot, and this ring that I just created, I'm going to insert a hook. We're going to start with a foundation chain. This my hook is a 3.5 millimeter size hook. It's a 3.5. We're going to start with a foundation chain. Now, to have your actual length, you are going to take the length, you're going to measure the length of your shirt, all right, and you're going to subtract 15 from that. Okay, and here I have my total number of chains. I have my 30 centimeters exactly. I did the total of 53 chains, and this measures 30 centimeters. So to have your actual measurement, you're going to measure the length of your shirt, and when you have them, and subtract 15 from the length of your shirt, right? For example, my length is 45 centimeters and my chain measures 30 centimeters. Here I have my total number of chains. Once you have your total number of chains, I guess you just put your finger on that chain like this, on this last chain. Go ahead and chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. 3 chains, yarn over, and insert your hook in that 4th chain where your finger was. Insert your hook in there, and yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull out 2 loops, you left it 2, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. This is double crochet. The chain 3 that was skipped in the beginning here represents our first double crochet, and the second double crochet we have 2 now. Yarn over and make the 3rd double crochet. So in total we have 3 double crochets now. 1, 2, and 3. This is going to be our first cluster. I'm going to chain 1, yarn over. I'm going to skip 2 chains, 1 and 2, and start working to the 3rd. Go into the 3rd chain, insert your hook, and you're going to make 3 double crochet in there. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to repeat the sequence. Here we have 3 double crochet. Next you're going to chain 1, yarn over, you skip 2 chains, 1 and 2, and come to the 3rd here and make 3 double crochet in that double chain. 1, 2, and 3. Next you chain 1, you skip 2 chains, 1 and 2, and start working to the 3rd, and in the 3rd chain you're going to make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And next you chain 1, and you're just going to repeat the sequence. I have a total of 17 clusters here for this my first row. To end this first row you're going to chain 1, and you have 3 chains left. I have 1, 2, 3. Now if you have just 2 chains, it's not an issue, just keep 1 and work in the last stitch, right? So you're going to yarn over. Always make sure I chain 1, chain, skip 2, 1, 2, and into the last we are going to end a row with a double crochet. This is how I end this first row. To begin the next row you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. This chain 2 represents our first double crochet. You're going to turn your work, and we're going to work in this space here. In this space we're going to make a total of 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. Now the chain 2 and the 2 double crochet gives us 3 double crochets, and that's our first cluster completed. Now next you're going to chain 1 and yarn over and come into this chain 1 space here, and in there you're going to make 3 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. Next you're going to chain 1, yarn over, come into this chain 1 space and make 3 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. Next you're going to chain 1 and you're going to just repeat the same pattern, yarn over and come to this chain 1 space in here and make 3 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. You're going to chain 1 and repeat the sequence. And here we go, we still have the same number of clusters that we had here in the first row. To end this row, we're going to chain 1, yarn over, and you're going to look for that chain 3 that we did in the beginning. You're going to go on the top of the third chain. There we have it. Go on the top of that third chain, and in there you're going to make your last. You're going to make your last double crochet, and this is how we complete the second row. You're going to chain 1, and here you're going to fasten up your yarn. Fasten up your yarn. Once you fasten up your yarn, turn your work, so you're going to maintain the same effect. Turn your work, insert your hook. Here we're going to bring in the next color, and if you don't want to change your color, just stop. Make a knot. Insert your hook in the knot. Just bring it inside your work like this, and bring that chain in front. Good. You're going to go ahead and chain 2. 1 and 2. This chain 2 here represents our first double crochet. You're going to work in the space here. Yarn over into that space. You're going to make 2 more double crochet. 1 and 2. We already have our first cluster completed. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to start our pattern repeat row here. You're going to go ahead and make our first corner here. So you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. In that same space you're going to come back, and in that same space you're going to go back in there and make 3 double crochet. 1. Make sure you work with this tail. So 1, 2 and 3. And here we just created our first corner. Now we're going to work along, chain 1 and yarn over and make 3 double crochet in each of those spaces. Chain 1, yarn over and make 3 double crochet. Chain 1. I'm going to repeat this sequence. I'm going to repeat this sequence and I'll meet you here. You see, here we start increasing. At the end of this third row, now we have a total of 18 clusters. You understand now? Now we're going to end this row together. We're going to yarn over. I will chain 1, yarn over, and come to the last stage. What we'll do there? Just come in there, insert your hook like this, and make it double crochet. This will end this row. We're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Our chain 2 stand for our first double crochet. Turn, and in that space you make 2 more double crochet. Chain 1 always, and make 3 double crochet. Chain 1 and make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, and I'm going to repeat this pattern and I'll meet you here. Okay, we'll work from here to here. Here I have my 17 clusters exactly as I had for my foundation row. Now we're going to start doing our increases. They're going to increase. That's going to add to the length of your shirt. So right now you're going to go ahead and chain 1 and come and work. Now we're going to start working this corner here. Yarn over and come in there. You're going to make 3 double crochet. Plus chain 2, 1 and 2, plus 3 more double crochet in that same space. You see, this is how we're going to make our cluster. We're going to chain 1, and now you're going to come in here in the space here and make 3 double crochet. So yarn over, come here and make 3 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. You're going to chain 1, and now you're going to yarn over, and you see what we did, that's 3 double crochet, right? Where we started, just come below here, just come, try to insert your hook right here. All right, so just come in that same below like this, go there and make your last double crochet. And here we go, this is how we complete this row. You're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and turn. All right, and come back here, yarn over, come in the space and make 2 more double crochet. And here we have our first cluster. Chain 1, yarn over, and come in that chain 1 space and make 3 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. Chain 1, and you come here. We're going to repeat our corner. Yarn over. Our corner will always consists of 3 double crochet. Chain 2, 1 and 2, and yarn over in that same space. You make 3 more double crochet. Go ahead and chain 1 and yarn over and come in here and come in here and make 3 double crochet. Chain 1 and yarn over and come in here and make 3 double crochet. Chain 1 and 6. And now you see we have this side of our work. Now that is going to be increasing on the length of our shirt. And now you're going to walk and go down, and you walk and come back up, and I'll meet you here. We're going to walk again this other corner. Okay, so keep on working. You see our work is increasing in length. And now we get here, we're going to make a corner. I have already chained 1, so yarn over and come in here and just repeat your corner, which consists of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 1 and 2, and yarn over in the same space, make 3 more double crochet. Then you're going to chain 1 and just repeat your sequence. Chain 1. Now I'm going to fasten up my yarn. I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of orange, of yellow, and I'm going to turn my work, and just as we did in the beginning, insert my hook. I'm going to chain 2, and I'll start working right there, and make my 3 double crochet. Make 2 more double crochet. See, I'm going to chain 1, and then over, And yep, this is going to be, and now this is going to be a pattern repeat. We are just going to repeat this sequence until we get to the height, to the length and the width. Now here are the instructions. This is going to be the length of our shirt, and if you can see, we are 35.5 centimeters. I will need to work until we get to 45 centimeters because that is our actual length, right? Now at the same time we're working the length, we're also working the width of our shirt. And my width is going to be 18 centimeters. I'm going to work until this panel gives me 18 centimeters. Now to have the width of your shirt, you're going to take your full chest circumference and you're going to divide that by 4. So my full chest circumference is 72 centimeters. I'm going to divide 72 centimeters by 4 and it's going to give me 18. Alright, 18. So one piece is going to have the width of 18 centimeters and the length of 45 and the length of 45 centimeters and the length of 45 centimeters. We're going to do exactly 4 identical pieces like this, the same length and the same width. All right, so I'm going for a length of 45 centimeters and a width of 18 centimeters. Keep on working on this for the next part of our work. This one, I have not found. And check our length. We have our 45 centimeters. And check our width. We have our 18 centimeters. And for the width, we have 18 rows. So this is number 2. This is number 3. This is number 4. Beautiful. You see, they all have the same length and the same width. Now we're going to start joining. We're going to be joining 2 by 2. So this 2 is going to go for the front and 2 is going to go for the back. All right. Now you are going to place your work like this. All right. This is going to be the sides of our dress, and here this should be in front of you where we do the corners. You're going to take the second piece and place it at on the same direction like this. All right, place on the same direction like this. This side is going to be a corner, and this is where we're going to be joining. This is going to be our back piece. This is a back piece, and I'll be joining my dress from the back side. So I'm just going to flip it. So I'm just going to flip my work like this. All right, flip my work, and we're going to start joining from here. Now there are many ways on joining Venice squares. This is just one of the ways, and this is my favorite. Yep. So make a slip knot and insert your hook into that corner. Insert your hook into that corner, and in the other corner insert your hook. And here we have our knot. Insert your hook in the knot and bring it. Bring that to our front. You're going to go ahead and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. We have our 3 chains. We're going to sew this at the end. Just keep it there, and come in between the chain 1 space here. In the chain 1 space, take this. Make sure your work aligns properly. Go in the other one. Insert your hook. You have 2 loops. Couple of 2 loops. This is a single crochet, so you make a single crochet. Next, you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Go into the next chain 1 space on both. Yep, and make a single crochet. Repeat this 1, 2 and 3, go in both and make a single crochet. And next you chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and go in both, make a single crochet. And this is how we're going to join our dress. And we have been working, and we get at the end here, just chain 2, complete the row. You're going to chain 2, chain only 2, and you're going to insert your hook in that chain 2, insert your hook, and behind here we have got 1 double crochet, go in that double crochet, insert your hook, and make a single crochet, chain 1 and fasten up again. We're going to combine that to work here on the shoulder. And now this is how it looks like at the back part, and this is how it looks like on the front side. This is how it's going to be. This is how my front is going to be. And if I want to take my measurement, this will give me my half. Exactly, you see, it gives me my half measurement, my half chest. That is 36 centimeters, and if I do 36 plus 36, I'll have 72 centimeters. Now for the next part of our work, we're going to put down our front panel. This is our front panel. This is one part of the front panel, and this is the second, and this is the second part of the front panel. So you can see that this is on the same level as this was, so make sure you place them on the side, on the same side. This is going to be the front, and this is going to be your side. Now we're going to start sewing from down to up, but we need to go ahead. We need to first shape our armhole. So for 5 years, I'm going for 15 centimeters. This is why I have it 15 centimeters, and I'm going to just insert my stitch marker. This is it, 15 centimeters. You see, I'm taking both sides at once. So I have to count again: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 clusters in the front and the back. Now we are going to start sewing. So you make sure that when you want to start sewing, your back panel should be, the wrong side should be facing you like this, right? So here we have the chain 1 spaces, going the chain 1, and the other chain 1. And I'm going to bring you here. Just around the stitch there. And chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to weave those tails at the end. And to join this, you can see we have the double crochets here. You're going to just come in here. See, come in here. And come here also, okay, and make a single crochet. And now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, chain 3, and just repeat what we're doing normally. 1, 2, and 3, and here work like this, and chain 1. And I'm going to fasten up this yarn. We're going to weave in that tail, and now in that chain, in that white stitch, we'll have the white stitch. Insert your hook, and insert your hook. There you're going to connect your white yarn. You need to go ahead and chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and come here and make a single crochet, and go there. Make a single crochet. You chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and try to go in that white, just in the white, and take the other white and make a single crochet. You're going to chain 1 and fasten up your yarn, and bring back in the yellow color. Start in that yellow. Take the other yellow on the other side, 1, 2 and 3. Yep. I am going to insert the white. I'm just going to keep on working, and I'll end here where I have my stitch marker, and this is going to be the opening forward sleeves. So I want this to be like this. I don't want the yellow to come out here on the white, and I'm going to have a clean edge like this. I'm going to go ahead and weave in all of those tails, and this is going to be on the opening. Next, we're going to come up and sew in the shoulders. We're going to do exactly what we're doing here. We're going to be changing the colors in between. Insert a hook, insert a hook. One, 2 and 3. One, 2 and 3. I'm going to repeat the same thing. Before proceeding, we're going to measure the neckline. So you can see this is of course the middle of our dress, right? So you're going to just place your work somewhere in between the middle, and we're going to measure the neckline. And the neckline should be 14 centimeters, 4 to 5, 14 centimeters. And I have one stitch marker on this side, stitch marker. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And a quick check. I have my, it gives me exactly 14 centimeters. Now when I'm going to place my work like this, I'm just going to count here 1, 2, 3. You see, and I take the stitch marker, and I'm just connect both sides like this. See now, we have now 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be for our neck opening. So you're going to keep sewing, you're going to keep joining, and you're going to stop here. I just wanted to remind this while you're sewing the side, because we're working on the wrong side, to make sure that the back is like this on the wrong side also, right? So by the time you flip your work over, it's going to be like this. You're going to have the right side like this, and the back is going to be like this. Now we're going to start working. We have sewn our shoulder also. We're going to start working on our sleeves, and this is the space we left for the sleeve. So just come below here. You're going to chain 3, and in there you're going to make 2 more double crochet. You're going to chain 1 and come here and make 3 double crochet. Chain 1 and 3 double crochet. Chain 1, and now before you start this first row, you need to look your previous row, so it's still in the opposite direction. You can see this is the rough side and this is the flat side. So you're going to just go round and on each here. Okay, I worked round and I have a total of 18 clusters. You must have the same number of clusters on both sleeves. And at the end here, I'm not going to chain one at the end, no chaining of one, just come that the chain and make a slip stitch. And this I will complete the first round. You're going to chain two, just chain two and turn your work. And to begin the next row, you're going to come in that space and make 2 more double crochet. And now you chain one and make 3 double crochet. Chain one and 3 double crochet. So repeat and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Just keep on working. And we're just going to complete it as completed the first round. Go in there and slip stitch. At the end of the second round, you must make sure you still have the same number of clusters as on the first round. And this is just going to be a repeat. You're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and turn your work, and the same space. 2. And yep. So we are just going to repeat this until you get to the length of our sleeve. So go ahead and keep on working. Here I've attained the length of my sleeve. I'm going to just make one last row. So we're going to start working in the second stitch. So just come in that stitch. I'm going to make a single crochet in the first, that's next, a single crochet. You skip this thread and just come directly and work in the chain one space and go into the single crochet. Finish. Skip this and come here. And this one I'm going to put off for this last round. And let me just give you the length of my sleeve for get to this color. Yeah. Measures 10 centimeters, and I did a total of 10 rounds here for the sleeves. You're going to just come here in the first stitch and set your hook there. You're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, start for the first stitch, and in that space you're going to make 2 more double crochet. You're going to go ahead and chain 1 and yarn over and come and work in this space here. So come in here and make 3 double crochet. Chain 1 and come to the next space and make 3 double crochet. Chain 1. You're going to make double crochet here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 on this side, and this is where we did the joining of the yeah. So just come here, chain 1, yarn over, come here, make 3 in this space here. And now you chain 1 and find yourself now working here. This will do the joining. Just come beside it. You're going to make 1 stitch. So this is the back of your dress. chain one, and so you're going to go around and come to here. You're going to chain one and come on that stitch. Just come on this stitch and go double crochet. And this is how at the end of this first row your book should look like this. So your color should look. We're going to go ahead and start our next row. We're just going to repeat this. You're going to chain 2, which stands for first double crochet. You're going to chain 1. Now you're going to put this sequence and I'll meet you at the other end. Chain 1 and come here and make. And we're just going to repeat the sequence. We're going to chain 2 and just repeat your pattern. We're going to keep on working. We're going to keep on working until you have the length of your corner. Done now, and here we have a color. It gives us 6 centimeters, and we have a total of 6 rows here. So you're just going to turn your work. We're going to make one last row to go all around, down and come back. So this is where we started our color, right? We're going to come just there in that same stitch. Go back in that same stitch. I'm going to chain. I'm going to chain and I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to chain 3 here, yarn over and come here. I'm going to make a grind. Chain 1. And this is just what we're going to do, and this is what we're going to do for this, and this is what we're going to do for this row. We're going to go down and go back and come all around, okay, all around, and come up, and I'll meet you up here. Here we go. Just complete it. And this is what we have so far. And this is what it looks like at the edge. So when you're working the edge, you also do the corner, right? And it's really very beautiful. Now we're going to make just one row here. One does single crochet to be on the right side. So chain 1 and make a single crochet, and now you're going to just come up here and try to make that as beautiful as you can. Come there with a single crochet and just make it the best way that you can. In that stitch, we're going to make 2 single crochet, 1 and so, because this is a corner, and I'm just going there and make 1 single crochet. See, and it's going to be like this compared to this. Now we are going to make an extra row, a last row. We're going to insert our buttons. or you can just sew a button. So chain 2, and then come in this space, you're going to make a half double crochet. Another in the next stitch, make sure you work in this stitch, going there, and make a half double crochet. And then turn on space, just going there with a half double crochet. This, eventually you start just so I can sew a buttons there. So just go down, keep on working, and we're going to stop here. And we're still maintaining the design. This is what we have so far. You're going to go ahead and weave in your tails, and we're going to sew our buttons.
My daddy.
And thank you so very much for working with me. Let me know what you think about this tutorial in the comment section below. I'll leave the link of the matching shorts in the comment section in the description box below. And if you're still at home mom like me, I encourage you to work from home, and I pray God bless the work of your hands. I'll meet you in the next tutorial. Till then, God bless us and keep us and prosper the work of our hands. Shalom.